Okay, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Janice here. So I have had so much fun these last few days. I've been trying a whole lot of new things. So I'll show you at the end of the video how I started off, and this is how I ended. And I think that this, for me, is the best way. So I had a tube of this gold metallic acrylic paint, and I just transferred some of it into these lovely little bottles, and I just randomly did a design straight onto the mold. Now, I didn't know if it would work. Don't worry about the design. You can do anything. You just have so much control with these little bottles because it's got such a fine nib. So you can do anything you want. You can do geometrics, you can do whimsy. If you're an artist, I mean, you can even, draw. So I had this mold that I had been just trying different things on. And I'm just wanting to show you, you've actually got quite a lot of control over what you design. So I'm just doing some of these lollipop flowers. And while I was doing it, I suddenly realized that you can have any colors that you want. I only have got the one bottle. I'm going to go on a hunt tomorrow and see if I can find some more. But you can fill them with all different color acrylic paints. And so you can actually design using different colors. I can imagine if these were all different colors now that I was doing, and then you fill in with the mica powders. So I don't know. I'm just over the moon with this because my mind goes all over the place with what you can actually do. I also realized that you could, in fact, throw a base of resin in whatever color you want, light pink, white, and then once it's cured, do your design over that. So, and then put in a clear coat on top of that. So I'm doing it the other way around. But it did come to me that that is also possible. So I'm just using ordinary mica powders. I've got some chameleon colors there. And then I'm just going to take colors and I'm going to fill in all the spaces. I actually just did a few and then I finished it off camera. Otherwise the video just goes on for too long. And then for the very small, tiny little circles, I just used a cotton bud and then dipped it into the mica powder and pressed it into the areas. It was easier than using a brush, and you've just got more control over it and it's neater. I also just did an extra a little coaster there as well. I'll show you at the end. Okay, so this is it finished. And then you'll find that you'll have a lot of loose mica powder. So just go and tip any of the excess out. And then there's still going to be a little bit that's stuck in your negative space there. So I just took a cotton bud with some isopropyl alcohol and I just wiped away any of the excess that I could see. Otherwise, you are going to notice it when you put your back coat on. And then I just went around the rim with my gold mica powder. And I also completed the little coaster. I just filled that in with some color as well. Okay, so right around the edge, you can see there's some tiny little dots. And there's one that is in the little blue area there that's come off. Now, a few did come off. They are tiny. I literally just kind of like dotted. And when I was cleaning the excess mica powder off the negative space, I pulled a few off. So I realized that for those tiny little things like that, rather clean your mold first, and once your mold is clean of excess mica powder, then put your very tiny little dots on if you're going to do that. So I've got 220 grams of my 1:1 craft resin. I've pre-mixed it, and I added some black mica powder to that and stirred it very well, and I put that over the complete back of the mold. So this is going to be the bottom of my bowl. And then the pattern will be what you're going to see on the inside of the bowl. And then I actually didn't make enough to do the little coaster. And so off camera I mixed some more and I poured it in the little coaster. And you can see right at the bottom of the video, there's a tiny bit of black sticking out there. That is also just a coaster I practiced on. I'll also show you that it's also got the circles. And then I popped all the bubbles with my heat gun and I covered it. And I left it for about 6 hours because I didn't want it to fully cure. I wanted it still to be flexible, so I had to keep my eye on it. And I think it was about 6 or 7 hours because it's quite cold here at the moment. With us going into winter, the temperatures have changed a lot. So it was between, I think, 6 and 7 hours that I let it stand, and I just kept checking it. And then I covered it and kept my eye on it quite closely. Right, so that's just the little bowl that I'm going to use, and it was perfect for me to take it out the mold. So it was still pretty flexible, and I could shape it nicely in the bowl. And oh my giddy aunt, look at that. The colors are just amazing. I love it. I love things like this. I think it's, I don't know, my mind just runs away with the things you could do. And it's just different. It's modern. And they're one-offs. That's what I like. You know, you're not going to find another bowl like this. Putting the gold mica powder around the rim works really well. You'll see when I take this out. The gold really comes in. It just saves you time. You don't have to use your pen at the end to, you know, put gold around the edge. And that was another one that I just did before I did the bigger one. And then I tried to take this out and it wasn't ready yet. I couldn't get it out. So I just put it aside. And I left everything now just to try and cure 100%. So that was just one of that other little one that I did. And then I could remove this one out the bowl. It actually wasn't 100% cured, but it came out. And then after I'd finished filming, I actually just put it back for a couple more hours. It was still a tiny little bit flexible. but I love it. Maybe it's just me. I just love things like this. I love things that are done freehand. For me, it's just more authentic. And then that's the gold around the edge. So it really works, and it just saves so much time. And I mean, I was just thrilled with it, May. I don't know what else to say. I love it. And then I just put it back in the bowl just so that it could cure 100%. I think it's just got so much possibilities doing this kind of thing. And everything, the gold is on, nothing was left behind in the mold. And that was just one of the little coaster that I did that sort of matches it. I might do a few more. And then what I wanted to show you was when I was practicing, before I actually did this, I was practicing on some other bowls. And I still did it the same way. I painted the mica powders straight onto the mold, put my backing on, and let it cure. And then once they had cured, I then went over all the lines with my gold that was in that little bottle. And then with this one, sorry, that's my cat. With this one, I used gold leaf. So I went along the lines with my gold leaf glue, and then I put gold leaf over the glue once it was tacky, and once it had dried, I brushed it off. But I still think the other way is better. But I think I'm going to try and do a reverse one now, where I throw some resin first and then work over the resin and put a clear coat over the top. But I'm just going to keep on experimenting, and I'm having fun doing it. And I think there's still probably a lot of room for improvement. But I'm excited about it. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching.